Hi, everybody. It's meteorologist Joe Chaffee on this Saturday, and I am at Pix tonight. And I'll give you a look because they're, oh, darn my camera. Sometimes, there we go. I don't know why it doesn't work with one finger and it works with the other, but in case you haven't seen it before, this is the Pix set, and it's all getting prepared now for the newscast that's up at 5 o'clock. We've got the Christmas tree in the corner there. And I am broadcasting now because I wanted to update you on what's going on weather-wise with respect to Sunday night into Monday, and then possibly late Wednesday night as the Arctic air comes in. So we're going to take a look, and I might even go a little longer range here. So first off, one of the things that really is tricky are these warm fronts that we have when you deal with these warm frontal snows, because you can get burned in both directions. You could wind up with the model showing you getting a lot of precip and you get little or nothing, or you can have it exactly the other way, and we are where you wind up getting burned and the warm front suddenly energizes and you get a big burst of precip. And we'll see how it plays. So it always makes me nervous. Now, what's shown here on the maps on Tropical Tidbits, this is supposed to be the radar presentation. Now, some of this is going to be aloft. This is at tomorrow morning, believe it or not. I'm not sure why it generates so much so early. But as we go through the day, you can see the darker blues start getting in here. And it actually, by late afternoon, has some measurable beginning across New Jersey, eastern Pennsylvania, and then moving into southeastern New York and into Connecticut and Long Island, and then continues tomorrow night. So the warm front is setting up, and it has one wave of snow, and then it develops the main area of moisture that comes in between 9 p.m. and 1 a.m., and the NAM has it already raining here by 4 o'clock in the morning just about everywhere. Now, bear in mind that what may be happening is that it's the same idea, but that the model's just faster with it. So we may be getting into it a little faster than what the timing was originally, because the rain is just about over with by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The back edge is already to New York City, just about past New York City and into southern New Jersey. And then it moves out. And then as we go into Tuesday, you can see that there's still moisture trailing back across Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and then you start to see some moisture that's also hanging back into Kentucky and Tennessee. There's an Arctic front that's in here, and that front is going to be approaching and moving through on Tuesday night, Wednesday. And the question is going to be whether a wave develops on that front. And models have been showing the idea of a wave for about a week, except that the issue is that it first showed the wave going up into the Great Lakes, then it showed the wave going up into western New York, then it showed the wave going up right on top of us, then it's been showing the wave going offshore. This is the Canadian model, which is very close actually to what the European did this afternoon. And in fact, the European is even more aggressive with precipitation here. The front is already through here by Wednesday morning. This next high is beginning to build in. There's very, very cold air moving into the northern lakes. And there is some energy that is coming out of the southwest, and you start to see this moisture getting generated. This is Wednesday afternoon. So you have a couple of waves that develop on that front, and by Wednesday evening, it has snow over New Jersey, Long Island, southern Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, northern Virginia, and then it starts to slide it to the east. The European has that snow much further to the north, so we're going to have to see if that's real or not, and then that wave goes out. I'm going to rate this still a long shot chance, because if the cold air comes in and overwhelms everything, that wave is not going to be an issue. The GFS would argue that is indeed the case, that the cold air overwhelms. The problem is that the GFS likes to do these things where it overwhelms cold air too much. So the other models might be more correct in the idea that we're going to have a little wave development in order to get the rest of that Arctic air in here. So we'll see how that plays out. I mean, the GFS makes it close. It does bring snow almost to southern New Jersey Wednesday night, and then it moves out, and then it gets very cold. And then in the long range, it sets up the possibility of snow and ice here next weekend from lower pressures. Cold Arctic air is going to be moving out. The European has actually a more bullish look for a snow and ice situation for next weekend, as it makes the cold air more important for a longer period of time. But that's longer term speculation on this at this point. We do have winter weather advisories up. Let me just freshen this and see if anything's been added. And so far, no. New forecasts from the Weather Service they're coming out now. But we have winter weather advisories up for Morris, for Hunterdon County, also for Warren and Sussex County in New Jersey. I want to just make sure that let's see if there's another county in that mix. Hang on one second. We're going to check this out. Whoops. Real fast. I want to see if part of Somerset County is in there. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to double check on that. So obviously, one of the things that I try to tell people on the long range when they look at it is the fact that you have the model looking at it at the long range is way too volatile. And that oftentimes what happens is it'll show something early on and then it disappears. And then as you get into the short range, it suddenly reappears again to something that it showed maybe 4 or 5 days earlier. So you have to, for you young forecasters that are watching, you have to look at these things in a very broad sense after day 6 or 7. You have to get a flavor from what's going on aloft, and then leave yourself open to different possibilities. I get very annoyed sometimes when I read people's views on models in the long term where they would look at one particular run and then they make this unequivocal statement about it only to have it completely undone with the next run. And to me, that seems kind of pointless. So the overall flavor to me suggests that we're going to have an active period here for the next 7 to 10 days, and we'll see where it takes us. A hi to everybody that has posted, and I will look at all of this again this evening. We'll do another live broadcast at 8 o'clock and update the situation once we see what the rest of the late afternoon model cycles are doing. So tune in tonight at 5 o'clock on Wpix, and also at 10 o'clock to check my latest forecasts.